It's bloody freezing. November, Christmas is on approach, and once again I find myself probably starting Christmas shopping a little bit late. But it has got me thinking about something my wife got me last year, namely a Tibetan singing bowl. They come in different sizes or different pitches, because the pitch they resonate at changes depending on their size. Used by everybody from monks to yoga instructors to women who use Range Rovers to take their children to school. But today, used by weird sound nerds that kind of look like PS1 Hagrid. Truth be told, this particular gift spent much of the year sat on a shelf. I did have a go at it at first, but I couldn't really get it to make any noise, so I just kind of gave up. But I did get it out recently and actually get it to sing. So I thought we'd have a crack at sampling it. Seeing as it only really resonates at one pitch, I think I'm just going to do a couple of samples and then just a few round robins, and then just kind of stretch them out across the keyboard. I'm going to be using these Sontronics STC1 pencil condenser microphones that my friend left with me. I'm afraid I like them quite a bit, and he's going to have to pry them from my cold, dead hands. If you're wondering what a round robin is, by the way, every time you push a note on a keyboard in a sampled instrument, you trigger a sample. So what a round robin is to avoid the repetition of samples, you record a bunch of the same thing and set them kind of in different groups. So it will cycle through groups every time you press the note. Effectively what you're doing is you're avoiding repetition in the sample that gets played back, so your brain doesn't go, fake. Right. We are actually ready to capture stuff. So I think, because there's two different ways you can make a singing bowl sing. I'll just move it over here actually just to demonstrate. So can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So I can either like that, or you can give it a bit of that, which I think is what I'm going to sample because I quite like the impact of it. I think if I do it longs, like the singing element of it, it will be more paddy, whereas if I do like this, I think we might get some more celeste tones. So I'm just going to pop this over here, make sure I'm all happy, and okay, right, so I recorded two round robins, so literally just two of the same sample, and I'm just going to export them so that we can import them into Kontakt in a second. Right, so I've got the samples into Kontakt. I haven't played it yet. Moment of truth, have I cocked it up? No. Sounds lovely. That's really, really nice. It's got this lovely bell chimey thing. Especially up high, you could do a lot with that. There's Harry Potter. I'm not going to play any more of that. You could do Harry Potter in there. You could do like horror film scores, like the kind of stuff I was just doing. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's really, really nice. I'm really happy with that. That's great. I think we should try it with some drive. I'd love to get some compression in there and just kind of squeeze everything up a little bit. So we're just going to give that a go. Right, we're good to go with
FabFilter Saturn just on an old tape setting. I don't want to go crazy with it because it will start to really fall apart. But one thing I didn't do for this video was to denoise the sample afterwards, which sometimes you can get away with depending on what your use case for it is going to be. But when you start putting distortion on stuff, that compression and that drive starts to really bring up that noise. So you've got to be careful. If you do think you're going to be using your samples kind of after the fact with gain and with distortion, maybe you're going to be running it through distortion pedals or through like plugins like Saturn, like I'm doing now. Just something like the RX denoiser from Isotope is a really, really good shout. It is lovely though. It's really, really nice. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really, really nice. One last thing I do want to try is I have got the Mercury 7 out just here, just for some really lovely washy ambient reverbs. So I think we'll leave Saturn on and we'll just let the Mercury 7 kind of trim those edges and round everything out nicely. The Mercury 7 is set to shimmer and everything else is just at noon. I love the trails on the Mercury 7, you can hear that. The way the modulation takes the pitch and falls away. Absolute, oh, I mentioned it in the review I did of the Mercury 7, but it's Blade Runner in a box, man, it's unbelievable.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, etc., etc. In the words of every local band ever, big things coming soon. Before you go, I just want to grab you super quick. Nevermore Audio has a community forum. I'm going to pop the link down in the below. It is a good old-fashioned social media-less forum. It's really small at the moment, but there are people on there. There is some good conversation happening, and it'd be really, really fantastic to see you there. We're trying to build, I am trying to build a community of people who are like-minded and who love sound and who love audio and who love music and are super, super passionate about all this stuff. And I'm trying to build that outside of the inherent toxicity that comes with social media and all that sort of stuff. I don't care what level you are. Nobody cares what level you're at. Just come in, join in, jump in. There's categories for everything that you can imagine, and if you can imagine something that I haven't thought of and haven't made a category for, let me know on the forum and we'll get it set up and we'll put it in, and you can find like-minded people and get them chatting. Come over and join. It's going to be really, really good fun. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time.